busy in a bad mood. Um, so let's check out the new event, right? We have a new event. We have UFO Beam, Alien Eggs. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Oh, they raised the price. It's $19.99. Before it was $16. Oh, nice. It's a remade. Okay, perfect. Pizza Illuminati. So Invaders. Let's check it out. Knockback Forge by 2%. Critical Factor by 2%. Enemy House Skip 2%. Monolith Ultimate Damage by 5%. So not a bad one at all. Not a bad one at all. Actually pretty good, if I'm being honest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be buying every single one of them. The Invader is cool because this is when it's, you know what's insane? The Invader, I believe, I'm 90% sure that this was the event that they did when it was the Elite. Oh shit! Thank God I checked. Damn. Ooh. I'm gonna start from the wrong thing. There you go. Okay, perfect. So no, that's not. I don't know why you're doing that. Okay, good. So now let's buy the event. That is pretty much it. So yeah, so I don't really feel like playing the tower, to be honest. But hey, this is the only video that I'm getting some views on. You guys like the tower, so let's play it. Plus, it's a game that I used to really enjoy. I'm just off of everything. So, it's not the tower's fault. It's just my fault. It is a pretty cool event, sure, since it has this meaning behind it, right? And the Elite Tower, they're two nice skins. So this is the event of the 13th May 2025. Today is the 14th, but we haven't played today, so that explains a lot. Go back. Brand new back, cause I don't mean rap as a new gangster. Then I could say, whoa. No word, Papa got a brand new back of toys. What else could I possibly do to make noise? Touch everybody. But little boy, that's not a stat at Michael. I'm just a cynical. So this is, we have 11. How much do we have here? We have more. Ah, shit. I possibly didn't do it. Oh, god damn. Whoa. No word. Papa got a brand new. Now what we need to do is we need to buy, 7. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 70 cards. Nice. Okay. One go. Nobody gonna know who heard it. Give it a little poop poop. It's okay. Oops. My second just skip and everyone just heard you let one rip. We have some new one, which are the new event. Okay. Papa. No words. Papa got brand new bag toys. What else could I possibly do to make noise? Touch everybody but little boys. That's not a dig at Michael. I'm just a cynical. Go a little bit crazy sometimes with my rhymes. UFO Beam, Knockback Force. UFO Beam is actually super cool. The Knockback Force is actually really cool. You know what? Don't blink, here's your brain. Welcome to our show. This is doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 13 May 2025. Today we're checking out the event. We were in a rush before. Let's do a proper event. We already bought. Ooh, nice. Okay. Them bits. Okay, it's good. Okay, good. That is good. Okay. So now we have to check out the event. Sorry, we're just reading a little bit. So the event is Invader, which is a event that we had the update with the Elite in. This is a huge event. We have the tower, we have Elite Tower, Invasion Elite again. Got the pizza, which is tower damage by 2%, and defense absolute by 5%. Great. Got the UFO, knockback by 2%. This is insane. One of the first knockbacks. So this is the free one. Increase enemy health kit. Now for the paid version, critical factor 2% and ultimate damage by 5%. So actually not bad. We got a lot of the same mission as before, so what I'm going to do is I need to buy 70 cards. That way we always keep 10 cards for if we have mission of buying cards. That's 4. I'm actually not sure. How much was that? Give it a little poop poot, it's okay. Whoops, my CD just skipped. I don't know why I have some Eminem in my mind. It's a great thing, right? I got 50. Okay. So 60 and 70. That is pretty much it. We're excited about the event. We're excited about having this. We just bought the... We might be buying... I'm possibly going to be waiting for 5 more. I'll buy the Mesh Warrior and I'll buy the background. That's pretty much it. Mesh Head, Bot Range. Ooh, Alpha Gem, 80%. Nice. Those are really good. Those are really, really good. Good. Ooh. A lot of, Yeah, I just haven't been feeling like playing the tower, but... I mean, it's a good thing to be back. Do-do-do-do-do. Behind blue eyes, but my dreams... Tous mes vœux de bonheur pour toi et ta nouvelle fleur. Embrasse tes parents. Dis bonjour à ta sœur. Tu t'es bien vite remis de tous tes ressentiments. Tu sais que je ne m'avoue, je me jalouse. Mais je me demande encore ce que tu lui trouves. Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers elle. Ce qu'elle a de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi pourquoi tu m'as remplacé. Où est passée ma place à tes côtés? Je me souviens des matins où on était simplement bien. Ok. Bon. Mais tu me fais quoi, frérot? Okay, good. Ouch. Je mets jalouse. Sauf que je me demande encore ce que tu trouves. Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers ce que là de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi pourquoi tu m'as remplacé. Où est passée ma place à tes côtés? Je me souviens des matins où on était simplement bien. Okay. I just need to check out the temperature for tomorrow. Like, we have to film videos. Okay. Bonjour. Remis de tous tes ressentiments. Il y a un si beau, qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Oh wow. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Don't Link, is your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 14th May 2025. Today we're doing a couple of videos. I'm in a much better mood. Still always tired. I don't know why. But we're good. So without further ado, this is a behind the scene. This is the Micro Nature Corn. So Tower, my only drink of the day. So this is, I don't know why this audio is kind of messed up, so I'm trying to figure out what's up with this video. This is Nature Corn. You can tell we didn't really have a nice sunset, so we didn't miss much, but still. It's a bit too warm. De si beau, dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers elle, ce qu'elle a de si exceptionnel. Rends la veille. Don't Blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 14th May 2025. Today we're doing a taste test. Today we're taste testing another energy drinks. So if you've been following the channel, we took a little break from energy drinks. Lately we tested one every single day. Today I'm extremely happy to be tasting this. It's a shame because St. Patty's Day is over because I would have loved to taste the following. We have Java Monster Coffee and it's Irish cream. So I'm not familiar with the Irish cream, but it would have been a good day to taste that. However, why am I so excited is because this is the first time in months where we had a new product from Monster. So it's super cool. It is part of the subcategory of coffee. So Java is usually coffee. So they have this. I think there's 5 flavors for Java. They have this 300 milligrams, which is 300 milligrams of coffee. They have the normal Monster, they have the Ultra Monster. Java is something that I really enjoyed. I absolutely adore Mean Bean. I do like salted caramel. Loca Mocha, not so much. Now we're both about to taste Irish cream. We do have a description, but before that, I want to show you the design because it's actually quite nice. Got a pot of gold, which is in the Irish custom. We have the luck of the Irish, which is represented with a horseshoes. We have a I'm gonna call this the Leprechaun because it's one of my favorite cringy movie. I want to make sure that this cools down. And as luck would have it, you're holding the new and improved Java Monster Irish Creme. And I love that they say creme because it's cream. They wrote it creme. It's a taste straight from the old sod, rich, lush, and coffee forward. Top with a signature sweet Irish cream flavor, supercharged with legendary Monster Energy blend. Coffee does the Monster way, wide open with a take no prisoner attitude and the experience and know how to back it up. You found this can, so you had the luck of the Irish going for you. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. I actually really like it. There is some moments that I really enjoyed. There are some moments that they repeat themselves. Like for example, attitude, the take no prisoner attitude. That's something that they use a lot in their description. Do I mind? Well, it's kind of lazy, yes. But with Monster, why I can forgive them is they have so many different flavor that it has to become difficult to come up with new description. Super excited. This is the first time I didn't even know this product existed. So I'm super excited. Let's taste this and have some fun. This is really fun. You know why? Because it wasn't in the energy drink aisle. There was 2 left. I only took 1. I wanted to take 2, but I was like, no, ink. Control. Self-control. Checking if it's cooler, which is nice. As they say in French, na zdrovia. As they say in Italian, salud. As they say in Scotland, cheerio. The smell smells really nice. Really, really good. I really enjoy the fact that it's extremely coffee flavored. To me, it feels like a really Starbucks. So sweet coffee. It is very, very sweet, almost caramelly. For some reason, yeah, almost caramelly. I should know what the Irish cream is supposed to taste like. I don't know what it is. That makes the whole thing a bit harder to judge. The flavor is nice. It's not too aggressive. Quite delectable. Yeah. I really like this. Would I buy it on a daily? No. I'm gonna be quite honest. I think I prefer Mean Bean. I do prefer this to salted caramel. It's just really nice. And it's funny because I was complaining yesterday about C4 Hawaiian Punch. And the fact that it wasn't really energy drink enough. This is the same thing. This is not energy drink enough, but since it's sold as this coffee sub-product, it is okay. This is really coffee-ish. And I think this is the picture perfect of why Java works. With energy drinks, you're looking for that energy drinks flavor. With this one, you're actually getting the coffee flavor, but it's still caffeine. And energy drinks is energetics because of caffeine. So yeah, it's a really good mix. Again, do I recommend this? Here's my train of thoughts. It's really good, but there's better out there. There's better There's better Java, there's better Monster. However, if you are a fan of Irish cream, this is the one for you. If you're a fan of coffee, this is also nice for you. Now, what is really cool about this one is this came out of the fridge, and this is really improving. So, for example, something like salted caramel and Mean Bean. I keep on talking about Mean Bean because it is also Java Monster. You do get a better taste from the fridge, but it's not a better taste in a sense of, oh, this completely changed the flavor. It's a better sense in a case of this is the same drink, but cooler. I could enjoy Mean Bean. For this one, I believe that because it's cold, it's better. Super nice. Really, really nice. Really nice. And I'm going to repeat myself. Wish I knew more about the Irish cream because I could tell you exactly how loyal it is, or how, yeah, loyal is a good word. I don't. So, yeah, what can I say? I could lie to you and say, oh yeah, this is perfect Irish cream. And it isn't. So, yeah. Anyway, love guys, take it easy. Peace. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers elle, ce qu'elle a de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi pourquoi tu m'as remplacé, yeah. Don't blink. Yes, you blink. Welcome to the Computer Show. If you're doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. Something weird just happened. You can see that there's not a lot of sunset. And I was looking through this window. So if you look at here, there's a really nice sunset, but I don't have access to this view from the apartment. So I thought it was not gonna be a sunset, and I'm not wasn't gonna film it. Now we're almost at the finish, but I still want to show you. So enjoy it. I'm in a good mood today. I'm doing really good. Oh, it would be good if I turn the camera, right? Yeah, it would be good. Okay, now we're back to making content. Okay. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans ses yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers elle, ce qu'elle a de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi pourquoi tu m'as remplacé, yeah, où est passée ma place à tes côtés. Now, I want to get a chair. Thank you, Angela, for the follow. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you, girl. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Ok. Lunettes à marque. La marque. $48, and how much with you? $63. Okay, so that's still very good. Nope. No. Okay, good. Good, okay, perfect. Dumbling, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another show. Doing well because we're having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. Today we're doing good enough to do a little intro. Dude, I'm in a good mood today. So today we're gonna have a busy day. I'm gonna come back into the Arc Knight. We finished G Eternal yesterday. The event of Arc Knight. I have 4 or 5 hours to read, and we're almost done. So this is definitely a problem. We're also filming. Look at this. Look at this. This is a gorgeous sunset. Isn't it nice, guys? Look at this. This is beautiful. So, yeah, so we feel good. We've been working this weekend, which really helped. It's tough because we worked yesterday, because we worked this weekend and we're working tomorrow, possibly. It's tough because you're not used to working, so when it is a bit more tired, but hey, it feels so valorizing. So we're gonna do Art Night. We're gonna be doing some videos. I'm gonna do a TikTok live because I'm doing better. So I want you guys to take advantage of the fact that we're doing better. I want you guys to be able to enjoy the fact that we're doing good. We're doing good. Are we doing perfect? No. What? There you go. Yeah, there you go. So there was a feedback, I guess. I don't know how you call it. There was a feedback that was talking about how, and it was my voice. I was like, okay, what's going on? I had a video that I was uploading to TikTok Play. Now we're looking for. There you go. There you go. Because we're watching something in the background. We're taking advantage of the fact that we're able to listen to music, to multitask. That makes us excited. So let's go in with our first video of the day, which is mental health and how we're doing. And we're good. Dude, it's not because I want to do an intro and I'm excited to do an intro, but I just don't know how it's gonna go. So please, yeah. Don't blink, it's your buddy Yank. Hope you guys are doing well because we're having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. It's been a while since we made videos. I haven't been doing well lately. Today is a wonderful day. Today we're going to be talking about why we're doing wonderful. You guessed it, we're doing a mental health update. It's nice because mental health updates. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm really happy. You're gonna hear me having a hard time talking. That's because I don't talk a lot when I'm not doing well. The mental health update, why I push myself to do it. And I'm so insistent on doing them is because when you're doing good or when you're not doing well, right, you don't really have mental health updates. So for a mental health update, there needs to be an update. And an update is either something negative or something positive. And today is positive. So let's take advantage of the fact that we have something positive today. The drink of choice is Java Monster. We got Irish cream. We are watching, dude. We're watching something French Canadian, so it's amazing. Wow. So how we're doing? So we haven't been doing well for a couple of weeks. It's been one of the worst depression. And yes, it's really a case of it's so odd. There's time where I want to work, there's time where I don't want to work. Right? We're fighting the urge to work because I'm like, I'd rather not work. When I say work, I'm talking about making videos. I'd rather not work but have a good day than have a great 3 hours and the rest of the day is kind of shitty. You know? Stuff. So yeah, it's tough because, you know, there's always this fear, this fear of we're doing well, we're not doing well. But let's focus on the positive right now because this is positive. So you guys saw less videos. You guys saw a lot less videos. You guys even saw there's even time for the first time in 4 years where I said, you know what, you should kind of give up. You should kind of give up. And I've been thinking about giving up, and I've been thinking about not making videos anymore. And we had the saving grace of this being our 4th year. And I was like, if you don't celebrate your 4 years, you're going to be regretting it. If you want to take a break in 2 weeks, in a week, who gives a shit, but celebrate your 4th anniversary. Then, my father and my stepmom, they gave me a great news. And that great news was I was going to be able to replace them. So, the family of my father's girlfriend it's complex. It's, okay. So it's complex. It's not the close family, and we're not related. So, you know, so they had this flower shop, and it's kind of close to my house. And like, hey, do you want to work there? We'll give you a job. Now, of course, it's not a permanent job, but if we can hire you 2 days, you'll do enough hours for a part-time job for 1 week, and you'll still get able to get a salary. Now, with the debt, it's kind of cool because they're seeing that I'm working. The debt will see this and say, hey, this guy is actually putting in the effort to fix the debt, right? So we worked for 2 days. It was 18 hours. I'll be completely honest, it was amazing because it was serving the customer, it was working with the girls, and it's nuts because you work with a girl and it's such a different thing because it's weird. I'm in a good mood. It's weird because one of the first that I had was Magazine Fanny, which was a coffee shop, and we were 2 dudes, and one of the dudes wasn't talking. I talked for 2 dudes, but still, it was only girls, right? And then I started working for agency worker, and agency worker were kind of pushing me towards more so workshop, whereas quote unquote a male environment. So working with girls kind of felt weird because I was so used to penis talk versus, well, this guy's an asshole and he broke my heart talk. But it reminded me of the coffee shop, and this is truly a good moment of my life, right? However, it was a bit hard because we were serving customer. I didn't have a chair, so we had to stay for the 18 hours. Well, it's not the 18 hours, but it was 10 hours the first day and 8 hours the next day. However, the second day we were suffering from the legs, so it really hurt. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take a couple seconds. Improve the lighting. But it was a value at work, you know? And I want to come back on it. I want to come back on the working at the flower shop because it was so important to me. It was for the first time. You see, when I'm on social media, I talk to you guys about everything, and I talk to you guys about everything, and I always have this mentality of not a lot of people see this, and the people that do see this really care. So you know, with these people, I'm like, I'm not gonna see them after this weekend because it was only for the Mother's Day weekend. No, she might hire me again. I don't know if we can hire from someone for only 2 days, but it's odd because you technically hired me for 2 days, which I don't know how my paycheck is gonna be, after taxes, of course. But it's odd because you work so much. This is let's put it like that. Let's put it like that. There's a lot of people that are gonna do 12 hours, right? 12 hours and 3 times a day, 3 times a week, and they'll have this nice paycheck, right? So since I'm talking about a lot of money, a lot. Of course, working was valorizing, but I would have not as I don't know. I would have not given my time. I don't know. I don't know. I was just valorizing, you know. And then for the surprise, we had a call from a company called Purolator. And Purolator, I have this interview tomorrow. I'm a bit nervous because, you know, it's tough. It seemed negative, but it's a positive thing. I think if I didn't give a shit, I wouldn't be worried. Now I'm worried because we had a problem with my legs. They were finished. They were finished after 2 days. They were finished after 18 hours and 2 days. They were finished even Monday, which was yesterday. Today is Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday I couldn't walk a lot. You know. Now it was a bit because there you go. That's much better. Yeah, much better. I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. Just because you know you had this experience and it didn't go so well, but at the same time it's positive because if I didn't work for those 2 days and I didn't realize, okay, well, you have a problem with your legs, I would have started the Purolator job and I would be like, okay, well, you know, now I have to be mindful about my legs and make sure that I rest well and I don't get injured. If they hire me, they would hire me starting tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm starting at 7:15, and the shift started at 7. So what I'm thinking is they want to try me out and they could have me try tomorrow. I did talk to my parents because we're close, you know. I did talk to my parents. They did mention the fact that don't bring a lunch because it will seem pretentious, you know. So I'm like, okay, no problem. But it's super, super exciting because I don't know. It's just a mentality of we're in it. It's odd because if the work this weekend didn't happen, I wouldn't be worried about the Purolator. But if it happened next week, then I would have dipped my toes in the water to get out. Now I'm dipping my toe in the water, and now I'm gonna jump in the water, right? Purolator, I've been looking out. I had somebody text me and say, hey, they're looking for people. They've been doing, it's a really good job. It's close, it's in LaSalle. I'm not gonna tell you the address, of course, because fuck that. But yeah, it's gonna be a super good job. It's I'm applying for the. Oh. I'm applying for the job of, I don't know what you said in English. It's triage. So basically, classing, right? So you're having to put something here, something there. It's basically organizing, possibly. It'd be fun. The salary is nice. It would be a long-term job. And I did mention how my perception with job has changed. I'm not looking for the perfect job anymore. Just a job that will make me happy will be enough because I got this, right? And I've been treating this as a plan A, now it's a plan B. But it's still in the back of my mind. I still want to make content, you know? So, you know, I don't know, just super excited because it would be a job long term, right? And when I talk about long term, and I think there's this duality, there's this discourse on long term, right? So, for example, I used to think about long term. Well, this is my parents. Not fault, but example. My mom has been working at the same place for 30 plus years. My father did 27 years. So of course, long term, I think about that, right? But if you look at my last job, where I was working 8 years, it is still long term. So who knows where I'm gonna be with this in 5 years? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna make videos. I hope I make videos, but I can't guarantee this, you know? And that's pretty much it. So, mentally speaking, we're doing well. So this is the work thing, right? Technically speaking, now, it's odd. It's odd, but in a good way. So, in my life, there's a couple of things that's going on, right? Relationship-wise, it's still a problem. But since it's mental health update, I'm not gonna be updating because there's no updates. How can I say that? So I'm really a weird person. When it comes to relationship, I'm a really weird person. So the last relationship that I had, which was a official relationship, was in January. Um, in my mind, the girl was too present. Um, she was very very present, which I don't mind. I appreciate that, but it was a bit too much. Now, the girl that I had after was not there enough. She would disappear. The girl that I have now will disappear. So it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. But this is the update. For friendship, we're doing good. Ciao. Text me today. Say, hey, how are you? The boys want to get together for the class action suits for the 13,000 for the government, right? And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now for content, because again, this is the biggest part of my life. But to be honest, I can add a little something. I do miss working out. I do miss working out, and there was this mentality of, oh, if I didn't stop working out, I would be okay. You know, that was a bit ugh. You know, um, so yeah, so with the weather, the weather is actually something super cool, and it's not because, how can I say this? I'm looking for my word today. It's not because with the with the nature corn, because this is also something going on. The nature corn, I'm now it's so complex, because nature corn in a sense is part of nature, so that's part of real life, right? But it's also part of the content, because this is some content that I like to do. I love doing nature corn. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Music. Woo! Wait a second, that's brand new. They have the auto scroll. But okay, that's great. They have this. But the weird thing is they don't have the times two. No. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do. Okay, okay. Don't be a sec. Give me a sec. Sorry. Sorry about this, because we're watching TikTok and we're not usually not watching TikTok, so this is brand new for me. Okay, so the nature corn with the summer, I would have been afraid. For example, we have way more event during the summer than during the winter. How am I gonna put my phone outside during the winter? Um, and I don't have the same capacity to go. I don't know. Yeah, you see the hair? They're kind of messy. My hair, I'm thinking about cutting them. I know the curls are gonna be guys are gonna be missing the curls, but nah. Um, it's weird. So because we're kind of depressed. We're doing much better today, but it's not. I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, I'm fixed, I'm healed, because that's not true. That is not true. We're doing better, right? But so, okay, so we have. No. Okay. Good. 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 You know what? Give me a sec. we? Didn't start now so wrong. We got to start wrong. One more last try. I'ma get the ending right. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, fuck. See, it's insane. When you don't think about making content, you really don't think about it. And when I think about making content, that's when I think about other ideas. So, for example, right now, what we did was we went to get some better headphones, first of all. Second of all, we went to charge the GoPro batteries because tomorrow's gonna be a nice day. Instead of filming videos here, I'm gonna be filming inside. I'm gonna be filming on the GoPro, right? Which is kind of nice. Now, this being said, because of course, this being said, let's continue with the nature corn. With the nature corn, winter is a bit easier. For the summer, so that's why the summer I really want to go out. Since we've been feeling down, I don't pay attention as much as to when we really pay attention to it, which is a couple of times a day. For example, the moon. I used to think the moon was kind of special. I still think the moon is special, but there's so many lunar events that I'm not in a sense of holy shit, I really, really, really need to film everything, you know? And I don't know. It's a good thing because you're not as it's see, this is the folly of having ADHD. So sure, you're thinking about making filming the content, but since you're not that focused, you're like, okay, well, if I miss one of the lunar event, I don't mind. However, who am I to say, well, this lunar event is better than others? First of all, second of all, which is the most important part, one of my favorite moments of filming the lunar or the moon was actually it's thanks to Janice. This is one of my favorites. Because so there was a strawberry moon which was last year. I want to say like July, something like that. And I went out, and I didn't think about. There were so many clouds, right? And I'm like, fuck. And I kind of felt bad because I was supposed to show you guys a specific thing, and I was really excited about it. I was really, really excited about it. But in the same fashion, yes, I was excited to see the moon, but at the end, we ended up having a really, really good moment going there, or prepping for it, right? Then the prepping for it made the videos fun to watch. So yeah, so it's one thing to miss lunar event. I will never regret the video that I haven't made, right? But I will always regret not making that video. I won't regret a specific video that I didn't make, right? Let's for example, I will never regret not making X, right? But I always regret should I have done X, and this is a weird state of mind. I don't know if it's up to ADHD, the depression. I don't know. For the content, we've been more chill about making content, and for the first time in 4 years, and that's a bit worrying. It's healthy but worrying. It's like, for example, somebody that lost a lot of weight, and they look sick. Like, holy shit, you look sick, dude. I'm not sick. I've never been this healthy. But yeah, so not making this. The fact that we're less obsessed. Okay, let's put it like that. Right? Usually speaking, since there's, and I believe there's a couple of, let's be completely honest and let's be completely transparent here. I do believe that there's so little in my life going on that because the content that we're doing, the content is such a big part of our life that it's kind of obsessed with it, right? And that's a good thing because you want to be obsessed with your work. I don't know. I don't know. I think that, my opinion, of course, I think that if you're obsessed with something, it's a good something. For example, this person, I know this person, right? They were meditating, and they were so obsessed with meditating that the second that they were meditating, they were stressing out like, oh, I need to meditate. And this obsession, there's a very thin line between I'm obsessed and I'm motivated, right? There's so many times where I gave up on friendships. I hurt people's feelings, not on purpose, of course, but I did hurt feeling. I hurt people's feeling in the sense of I could have been more there for them, right? And some of the people that I'm very grateful, they understand. Other people, they don't understand, but that's okay. But the fact that we have this, we're going through this depression, I think my brain is busy thinking about depression because my brain is busy thinking about the depression. I think it's not as not as not as focused. Focus is a good word. Not as focused on making content because I'm dealing with multiple things at the same time. See, that's a thing. And this is very, very important. This is gonna be a long video. I think you already noticed. I think you already know that. When it came to making content, and this is always gonna be something. When it comes to the gaming, when it came to that, when it came to game, this is very hard to admit. When it came to gaming, it was so weird because you can just turn off the console and you're done. I have the tower, but I'm talking with you, and the tower is there, so it doesn't matter. With the gaming, my whole life is not gaming, but since I started making videos, and there were plenty of everything is content. I think that's the main issue. Everything being main content is absolutely a big issue because right now it's crazy. I was seeing this nature corn, and I was seeing the sunset, and there was no sunset. I was like, okay, you know what? Relax. And then I saw the sunset. I was like, okay, well, your phone isn't really charged. Let's do some content, right? So this obsession or this impulsivity, I think it's impulsivity a lot. It's impulsiveness. I'm pushing myself to do something without thinking about it. So I've always thinking about making content, and since everything is content, my life is content, right? And maybe someday this will be something different. Maybe there will be some space in between me and you guys, or between me and making content. But for now, it's not the case, right? And I think that was really detrimental in a sense of it was hard not to be obsessed about something that could be everything. Today, right? I had a Monster Energy drink, right? In a sense, I love trying this on camera. I would love doing a taste test, right? But But at the same time, you're like, fuck. Can I actually enjoy a new product without, you know? I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. We're playing this new game, Final Fantasy Z. And Final Fantasy Z is it's nuts because it's the worst thing I could have done, but I did it and I'm happy I did it. Final Fantasy Z is what? It's a game that I just like the tower. I don't have to think I can make videos doing this. I can do whatever I need to do with doing this. The problem with Final Fantasy Z is it's one playthrough. I'm not gonna do two playthroughs because it's a timing exact thing. So for example, with the tower, I can do one strategy, I can do two strategy, I can do three strategy. But basically speaking, I could technically do whatever I want. Just leave one phone at home, playing, recording. That's it. That's it. You know, it's nonstop, and I love that it's nonstop. I love it's nonstop. I just don't know if that's a good thing, right? So with the depression, being focused on something else and just making content. This is where we're going with that. Was beneficial. Was beneficial, but at the same time, is it beneficial? Because I'll always be aware. Oof. 6,300. We're doing good. We're doing really good. I don't know. It's so complex because in one way, yes, this is the best thing you could do because this is work. This is fun for me, but this is also work for me. And it's like this guy, right? This guy who since he was a kid. Okay, so let's start with this guy, and I think that's gonna be easier to think, to understand. So basically, you got this guy who's been playing basketball since his birth, and then his whole life has been basketball, and his whole life has been basketball, and again, his whole life has been what? Basketball. You're right, and then at the very end, he gets injured, right? And he thinks his life is finished. And because he's only know basketball, his life is finished, right? But then because he only thinks about basketball, then he becomes a trainer. Then he becomes a analyst. Then he has his career, and he's a sport commentator, right? And he makes a really good living. And at the end of the day, his pathway to success or to livelihood, it's not necessarily the one that he thought about in the beginning, but it's still one that makes sense, right? Which is really good. With me, yes, content hasn't always been part of my... Content hasn't always been the main focus of my life, but content is what, technically speaking, content is what is telling a story. I've always been a storyteller. It's always been about being funny. I've always been funny. Sometimes not on purpose, but always been funny. It's always been about talking about something that I like with ADHD, and I've been talking about this a lot, but I'm always in my world, and I'm talking about something that people don't care about, but because I care about it so much and I'm so motivated to talk about it, I'll talk about it, right? And it's nuts because it's nuts because in a lot of ways this is making content, right? And if and only if this becomes a career, then it would have been something that I've been doing my whole life. Now, technically speaking, and I've been making content my whole life, and we're in a really special situation right now because when I was born, we're going really far. We're going 32 years in the past. Making content wasn't something easy. YouTube wasn't something normal. Wasn't something that existed. Facebook didn't exist. Internet was very rare. You know? But at the same time, I've been doing this for 4 years. And I'm not judging people. But at the same time... Okay, let's get some popcorn. I've been breeding, I've been dreaming, breeding, bleeding content, you know? I made so many videos over the past 4 years. I thought about it so much. And I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I don't think I'm the chosen one. But at the same time, it does come into play. We're having Orville Backer, sweet and salty popcorn, which is really, really nice. One of my favorite, but really good nonetheless. And yeah, it's been so complex to navigate with this obsession, and this obsession that isn't I don't know. I wouldn't do as much as I thought about giving up during the depression about making video. I don't see myself doing anything else. You know? One thing that I noticed during the flower shop was a lot of the clients, they were super nice to me and they were talking to me, and yes, I'm talkative, right? But felt like a completely different experience what I already managed to accomplish, you know? I think it's more to doubt yourself. I think it's normal to doubt yourself. But at the same time, maybe that's what I needed. You know, the self-doubt comes into two possible solution or conclusion. And then a little doubt, the self-doubt, a little devil on my shoulder tell me that I should stop. Right? Or a little angel that tells me, hey, I'm gonna put you through a trial, a challenge, and it's nuts because in both cases it's the same exact self-doubt, which is about a game called The 100 Line, right? This is why making content is so hard. 100%, okay. Why it's so hard is because for example, right? You're seeing one video. If I had to play a game, and that game is 50, 60 hours, right? The 100 line, the script for the show, for the game, is 60 page. It's for a novel. So maybe 120, maybe 200 hour. But the ultimate version, so we have a unboxing to do, we have a art book to check out, we have the novel to read. In one sense, I love that I'm not fearful for that. In the other sense, is I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is the next 200 hours of my life. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's I'm sorry. Impulsive. I finished that. Sorry, see, impulsiveness. I think it's a perfect example because this game that's 200 hours. It's such a interesting because that wasn't the goal, that wasn't the subject, that wasn't even in my mind when I made this video. But it's the perfect example. You're having this 200-hour playthrough. And that's a playthrough that's 3-4 videos. My first thought, the trailer reaction, the unboxing, the novel book. Again, my final thoughts, how I felt about each character. There's a possibility for 40, 50 videos about it, right? And the great thing about that is if you're really motivated, which I am, or I was, that's, you see, I was. That's a gold mine. You see, I'm not the best person to make content. My content isn't the best. My videos are poor quality. I'm eating popcorn as we're doing this. No, it's not a plan. I didn't manipulate you guys, although I could have. But I'm motivated, right? I'm gonna. It's one thing. You have these two people that have this pond, right? And one of them learns to fish, and one of them says, "You know what? Those fish are gonna die one day, and I'm gonna be able to pick them up." The guy who fishes has a lot of a lot of fish. Now, why are we taking about the example of the guy with the fish, the pond? It's super simple. Nowadays, what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, you know what, the pond is mine. I'll allow you to fish in it, but I'll ask you to give me one fish. But the person who has the most value is the person that is aware of how to mine for gold or how to fish for fish. You know, with the content for the 200 hours, it's a gold mine. But then with a bit of self-doubt, it becomes this freaking mountain that you have to climb. It becomes Mount Everest, right? Now, ultimately speaking, it's a question of mentality, and this is where depression comes into play a game. About climbing Mount Everest. Mount Everest is one of the highest, if not the biggest mountain in the world. I don't know if it's Mount Everest or Kilimanjaro. I know they're close. But imagine thinking about it and saying, this is going to be the hardest thing I've done in my life. Or, this is going to be the hardest thing I've done in my life. Is it worth it? It's a completely different mentality. And, you know, it can be the same person. With the depression, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. You could see it as a. It could be. It could be the same coin in two sides, the motivated side and the unmotivated side. But then the cycle of depression is that the cycle of depression is, um, I have this coin. I'm either seeing, and I call it tail or heads. One of them is depression. One of them is, okay, with and I'm talking about updates. We're gonna get back to the update, but let me finish on that point because we're side tangent too much. It's just the content. All it is to see the very very simple thing of my perception, my vision, my understanding, my way to approach, my way of doing things as transformed this making content as into this mountain that's right now I see as this obstacle. Now this motivation, this craziness, this impulsiveness, right? This motivation that is almost blinding, is a great thing. I would take that every single day, because this led me to do 4 years of making content. And in those 4 years, yes, we made a lot of videos, but I made a lot of friends. I made a lot of good memories. I made a lot of interesting conversation. I learned a lot about people, but about myself also. This is very, very interesting. With the depression lately, it's been good days, and the good days I throw myself in the fire. I throw myself into plunging into cold water, and I want to do X, Y, and Z, and I want to do them now. But then I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's such a complex thing. If I just talked about making the content with depression, this side tangent took me out because it realized the original video was very on top of the iceberg, but then you dive in. And I think diving is amazing, but then you're fucked because you're stuck in the water, right? And you're not drowning, but you have to. I went very deep, and I have to go back up. 13%, we're good. 51 minutes, very good. Yeah. I don't know. I think the whole thing right now is. I think the whole thing now is about the fact that we're this close to being in a good position, but we're this close to being in a worse position. I'm in a weird limbo, right? One of the biggest realization that I had during the depression was that I don't need to be making much than I am, right? Now, that's the whole thing I wanted to talk about. This is the whole thing. I'm glad that I don't have to make as much content that I want to do, that I need to do. I'm glad that I don't have to make as much content as I have to, But at the same time, maybe just maybe that's a good thing, but just maybe that's a bad thing. And this is I would have loved. Right now it's a maybe. I don't know, and I would love to have an answer because I think having an answer is awesome. I don't have a fucking answer, and that sucks. That sucks. That really sucks. That's the hardest part. I don't need to be making that much content, but I want to make that much content. A person, and I want to come back to it. I know it's 4 months ago, 5 months ago. They asked me, "Why don't you're making so much videos? Why don't you choose quality over quantity?" What if it wasn't achievable? What if? See, this is such a story too. But long story short, I've been part of a Reddit right now, and they're talking about their results, and they're having amazing results. And I was saying everybody had better result than I did, right? And now you went to see them, and what they would do is they would do edits, or the best moment of Game of Thrones. So it wasn't original content. It was very rare that it was not. It was original content, and when it was original content, it was this guy. This guy was able to sculpt wood and shit like that, right? It's not everybody that's given this opportunity. So the quality and the quantity. The quantity is the easiest route, right? It's easy to do something. It's easy to work hard. What if? Right? Even if I didn't do the quantity, doesn't mean that I can do quality, right? So now I'm struggling because I want to make quantity because that's the only thing that I have that is working for me. But again, this mentality of I have to work is I'm not allowing myself to heal. But it's the craziest thing because what if, right? Making this amount of content. It would have been. It would have been amazing. There have been so many good moments. During the last 4 years. We had I was working at the flower shop this weekend, and there was this homeless person, and this homeless person came in, and he wanted to have a cardboard box, but I didn't know that he wanted it, so I broke it, and then he started insulting me. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be working here for 2 days. I don't give a fuck. So I didn't say nothing. And you see, this is very important, because before I would have been too shy to say something. Now I was like, there's no goal in saying something. There's nothing to achieve. And then this guy, he called me incompetent, and then he started really being on my case, and nobody was defending me, which it's okay. I'm only working there again for 2 days. They don't have to defend me. At the same time, I was like, you know what? And I had to stop myself, because I was like, there's so much I could say, but I'm not gonna be arguing with a homeless person. I said, no matter how much you think I'm shitty, I'm gonna go back home. My life's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna leave, and you're not gonna have anybody to punch. You're not gonna have anybody to put down. You're gonna be faced with the reality of how shitty your life is. And as soon as I said that, I was like, bro, you said that to a homeless person. Shame on you. And the guy was actually insulting me. It wasn't shame on me. It was, don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. You know? But it was the lessons that I learned on social media. Not to let yourself be taken advantage of, right? 4%. I'm gonna have to go. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. It's a weird situation. I thought I was going to be able to give you guys some great news. That was the goal. Yeah. I think we're going to stop here. And we're just going to be thinking about it, right? I'll do a couple of days. I'll do another video about that in a couple of days. We'll see how it goes. Again, this is me venting. This is me talking to a shrink. I know you guys are not my shrink. I know this is not a place to talk about it, but this is the only outlet, so let's use it. I love you guys. Take it easy.